Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Stay one step ahead. Our today's topic is determiners. First, we need to know what is a determiner. A determiner is a word placed before a noun and it is used to specify a noun, which means to indicate the noun that we are talking about in a sentence. Determiner is also used to quantify a noun, which means to speak about the quantity of a countable or an uncountable noun. Here you have to remember one thing, a determiner does not qualify a noun like an adjective. An adjective describes or speaks about the quality of a noun, but a determiner does not do that. Now we have to understand the differences between an adjective and a determiner. The first difference says a determiner indicates which noun is being talked about in a sentence, whereas an adjective describes the noun and gives us more information about it. Now I've already discussed this point that a determiner does not qualify or describe a noun like an adjective. It is used to indicate which noun is being talked about. Let's see the example. The boy who sits beside you is quite intelligent. Here we can see that the word the has been used to specify the noun boy. Which boy we are talking about. Whereas the word intelligent speaks about the quality of the noun boy. So, the is a determiner, whereas intelligent is an adjective. The second difference says adjectives can have different degrees of comparison, but determiners cannot have a comparative or superlative form except the four quantifiers much, many, few and little. Now these four quantifiers have comparative and superlative form, like for example the comparative form of many or much is more and the superlative form is most. Now apart from these four quantifiers, the other determiners do not have any comparative or superlative form. Now let's see the example. This book is very interesting. This book is more interesting than that. This is the most interesting among all the books that I have. As you can see, the adjective interesting changes its form, but the determiner this remains unchanged in all the three sentences. Now what is a third difference? Adjectives can be placed either before or after a noun, but determiners can be placed only before a noun. They can never be placed after a noun. Let's see the example. This bag is quite heavy. Now here, this sits before the noun. This is a determiner, but the adjective heavy is placed after the noun. In the next sentence, we have two determiners. The first one is my, which is placed before the noun aunt. The next one is an, which is placed before the noun sari. In this particular example, you can see that the adjective has also been placed before the noun sari. So, we can say that an adjective can sit before or after a noun, but a determiner always sits before a noun. Now the fourth difference. Adjectives remain the same for both singular and plural form of the noun. Determiners change according to the number or quantity of the noun. the first example, this new dress must be kept in the wardrobe. This is the determiner and new is the adjective which have been used with the noun dress. Now in the second sentence, I have used the plural form of the noun dresses, and as you can see, the determiner has also changed. Instead of this, I have used these over here, but the adjective remains the same, new. So these new dresses must be kept in the wardrobe. Now here I've already discussed the 4 differences. Now it's time to see the different types of determiners. First is articles, then we have demonstratives, possessives, distributives, quantifiers and interrogatives. Now I will discuss all these types one by one. First is articles. Articles are of 2 types, as you all know, indefinite article a and an, and the definite article the. The indefinite articles a and an are used to refer to a non-specific noun. A is used before nouns that begin with a consonant sound, whereas an is used before nouns that begin with a vowel sound. We all know this. Let's see the example. We dined in a cozy restaurant around the corner. Here I am not speaking about any specific restaurant, so I have used the indefinite article a. Now in the next example, the pen you are using at this moment is mine. Here I have used the definite article the because I am speaking about a specific pen over here. So definite article the has been used before the noun pen. Next we have demonstrative determiners. These determiners are used to indicate specific nouns. This, that, these and those are the 4 demonstrative determiners. Here we have the examples. This young girl has climbed the steep mountain. These days will never come back, so take a little time out to have some fun. That bag you are carrying looks so beautiful. Those books must be arranged on the shelf. Next we have possessive determiners. They are used to show ownership. They show to whom something belongs. My, your, our, his, her, their and its. All these are possessive determiners. Example, my mother has cooked delicious lunch today. Would you lend me your pen for a minute, please? Her house is adjacent to mine. So my, your, her, all these are possessive determiners as they show ownership. Next is distributive determiners. They refer to individual member of a group. They are each, every, either and neither. Every child is unique. Each participant will get a certificate. Either candidate is suitable for the role. So as you can see, distributive determiners do not speak about a group, do not refer to a group. They refer to individual member of a group. Each, every, either, neither, these are used to speak about individual member, not all together, not a group. Quantifiers denote numbers or quantity and can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. Both ordinal and cardinal numbers are included in quantifiers. Cardinal indicates the number of countable nouns. Ordinal indicates the sequence or order. The first example says, my father bought 5 notebooks for me. Here 5 is a quantifier and it's a cardinal number. I secured the third position in the class. Third speaks about or indicates a sequence or order. So it's an ordinal number. It's also a quantifier. Some children have been asked to meet the principal. Here some is a quantifier which has been used with countable noun children. There is little tea left in the kettle. Little is again a quantifier which has been used with the uncountable noun tea. Now we have little, a little and the little. We need to understand what is a difference between little, a little and the little. We use little, a little, the little with uncountable nouns. Little suggests almost nothing or negligible amount, means very less amount. A little suggests a small amount. The little suggests a small but specific amount. Example, there is little water left in the jug, which means negligible amount of water, means almost nothing is left. Very less amount of water is left. There is a little improvement in the patient's health. This means some improvement is there, though not much. The little juice that was there in the can was served to the guest. Small but a specific amount, so the little has been used. In the same way, few, a few and the few. These are used with countable nouns. Few suggests not many or almost none. A few suggests some or a small number. The few suggests a small but specific number. Few people understood the value of healthy eating. That means very less number of people understood. Few means almost no one or very less in number. A few people consult dietitians. That means less number of people consult dietitians. The few people who eat healthy should also exercise. Here we are speaking about a specific number of people. Those who eat healthy should also exercise. Since we are speaking about a specific number of people, so we have used the few over here. Next we have a list of quantifiers. Some quantifiers are used with countable nouns, some are used with uncountable nouns, and there are some which are used with both countable and uncountable nouns. Here we have many, a few, the few, each, either, neither, several, a number of. All these are used with countable nouns. Much, little, a little, the little, these are used with uncountable nouns, and some, any, a lot of, plenty of, and all. These are used with both countable and uncountable nouns. Last but not the least, we have interrogative determiners. They are used to ask questions. Which, what and whose are interrogative determiners. Whose comb are you using? Which play are you going to watch? What spices have you added to the biryani? So here we come to the end. I hope you all have understood the differences between adjectives and determiners as well as the types of determiners very well. Thanks for watching the video.